Hi, this is Billie Beene here with a second update for February 10, 2023, episode 507. New. This is my third YouTube channel. I have a subscribe button in the lower right corner of my screen. Thanks for like, subscribe, and share on YouTube and Rumble. Today, this afternoon, the U.S. shoots down another Chinese balloon over Alaska, and Russia is going to a position of taking a first strike if peace negotiations don't work out today. And their first strike is going to be on U.S. European bases where I believe, where we store our nuclear bombs. And also, they will do a first strike on the continental U.S. on military objectives that are currently unknown. So some of my sources are God in the Bible, Patriot subscribers, War News 24/7, Hal Turner, BPEarthwatch, W77, Pastor Paul Begley. Okay, I have some things from some Patriot subscribers talking about the actor playing JB. One believes it's Struan, Storum Rogers, who is an English actor. So that could be true. Other actors who have played JB: Arthur Roberts, Peter Henderson, Jim Carrey, James Woods, Kevin Dalton. So it's well known that JB is not a legitimate president, but an actor. Now, I had a question from a Patriot subscriber. What is Planet X? Planet X just refers, I use that term Planet X because a lot of people are familiar with it, but that has to do with a cycle in space. When we have certain planets and objects and asteroids that come by around the sun and they affect the Earth. Gil Broussard is an expert on Planet X, and he related it to a lot of events in the Bible, including the day that Jesus was crucified, when there was darkness all over the earth for 3 hours. That's because there was an object in space impacting the earth. So that's what that means. Now, we have a Patriot subscriber who's talking about, yes, we need to pray for the people in Turkey and Syria. And this Patriot subscriber is putting this forth. And this came out before the other information I gathered this afternoon. Should the U.S. preemptively strike China to prevent an EMP here? Should we preemptively strike China and bring about an EMP there? And this Patriot subscriber says, we need President Trump back. And during the first term of President Trump, he did sign an executive order to harden our electrical grid that would protect the electrical grid from EMPs. So that's going on. Okay, first we'll cover this information that just happened this afternoon. I think that was today is, and the time now. Okay, so today is February 10, so about 4 p.m. we had, here's the U.S., we have Canada, we have Alaska, we've got the Aleutian Islands. So this happened in the area of Prudhoe Bay. And we had a Chinese balloon was shot down by the U.S. Air Force. And before that happened, the FAA gave a warning from Prudhoe Bay. Airspace is closed. National emergency. and the U.S. Air Force using a C-130. And it continues to be in the air, along with an air refueler, even after the Chinese balloon was shot down. And initially they said it was an unidentified object, but then it came out it was a Chinese balloon. The FBI and the Alaska National Guard were also involved. And the reason it was shot down, another reason it was shot down is that it was approaching the Alaska pipeline. So that's going on. And now we have this about Russia. So this comes from the Chinese balloon information came from Dabu77 and Hal Turner. Now, Hal Turner, War News 24/7 and BPEarthwatch is bringing out this information. First, I'll draw you a map. This is Russia. It comes out something like this, and around we've got Ukraine, Belarus. Over here we've got Poland, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, Italy, and this area. And down here we have Turkey. Up here we have, I think that's Finland, Sweden, Norway. Now, and down here is Crimea. Okay. So what's being said is this is Russia's response to that Seymour Hersh report coming out that it was the U.S., Norway, and Germany who blew up the Russian pipeline N1 and N2. So today, the President Putin and the Russian government is approving a policy of a nuclear first strike, and and they are changing their position on a nuclear first strike, and they are naming the U.S. as a co-belligerant equal to Ukraine. And if the nuclear first strike was implemented, they would attack first the U.S. nuke bases in Europe, and second, the continental U.S., we guess to be inside the U.S. military objectives. And this would be in response to Ukraine using the long-range NATO weapons that NATO now is currently pushing into Ukraine to be used against Crimea and inside Russia. And currently, today, we understand peace negotiations are going on. Russia also cites if these peace negotiations are a no-go, then we're going to move to this policy of a nuclear preemptive first strike. And then I'll get to what does that mean for individuals. So War News 24/7, Russia's response to Seymour Hersh, and Russia is not making their response secret. It is going out all over TV and mainstream media inside Russia and globally around the world. So President Putin gives this opportunity now for peace negotiations. If there's no peace, and we would have to think, how long would the peace negotiations go on? A day, 48 hours, this weekend? But when the peace negotiations end, If there is no peace, then Russia is going to give 72 hours for an evac for the locations of the U.S. nuclear bases in Europe and ostensibly for the United States. But currently, we have no idea what would be the military objectives that Russia might strike inside the continental U.S. We do know this. We have U.S. nukes in Italy, in Germany, in Belgium, in Netherlands, and in Turkey. So we can identify those areas. So I wanted to put this information out. Certainly we need to be in prayer and to remember that God is in charge and He is on the move. So the bases in Europe, Klein Brogel in Belgium, Buchel in Germany, Aviano Getty in Italy, Vocal in the Netherlands, Incirlik in Turkey. So now may we say, God bless America and all nations around the earth with peace and prosperity for 2023. If more breaking news comes out, I'll come back today or later tonight. I love you, and I'll see you soon.